Yeah, moved here. I was 5 years old and grew up in East Bakersfield. Well, I went to Horseman School first, grammar school, then Washington Junior High School, and then East Bakersfield. And when I started here, I was 5 foot tall and weighed 90 pounds. So I didn't really have too much I could do, but they did have the A, B, C, D weight size team, so I always played on the smaller ones the first couple of years. But it was an exciting time to come here. You know, sports were really my only thing. I did have to attend class, which I did, and I just enjoyed meeting a lot of new kids and whatnot. And I played what they call D basketball my freshman year, and then my next year went to C basketball, and then my third year played B basketball, and we won the Valley Championship. That was in baseball. It was the same pretty much. I played the junior varsity for a couple years and then played on the varsity, and that was it. But basketball was really what I did the most of here. First game of my senior year in basketball, we played Garces here in the old gym, and I don't know, it just seemed like everything went in. The next thing I knew, I had game's over and I had 38 points, and nobody had ever scored 38 points in Bakersfield before. And so, you know, all of a sudden you kind of start thinking, you know, gosh, I might not be as bad, you know, maybe okay. I went to junior college, Bakersfield College, for 2 years before I went to Utah. And at Bakersfield, I played baseball the first year, and then I stayed with basketball. And I wasn't heavily recruited. I mean, I had a lot of offers, but I just didn't really want to go anyplace. I liked Bakersfield. But Utah interested me. I went to Oregon, almost went to Oregon, and I wanted to stay on the West Coast, so I didn't really even go to the other schools, which were quite a few of them at that time. But I just picked Utah, and I went up there, and I played basketball my first year, and then I didn't play my second year up there. I sat out, and that's when I decided I wanted to play baseball. I had torn my knee up, and I decided I wanted to play baseball, and I went out for the baseball team and made the baseball team and had a very good year. The next year, the fifth year in college, and that's when we won the conference championship again in basketball and baseball. Yeah, I was signed by the Cubs in 1960.
Well, Bill was an outstanding athlete. He could run like a deer, and he could have gone probably pro basketball. I think he played in the East-West All-Star game of basketball. So he had a choice to do whatever he wanted. But I had the opportunity to play baseball with him with the Wasco Merchants and play against him in semi-pro ball, and he was outstanding. I enjoyed it when he was on our side of the fence.
Oh, you know, when it's all you've ever wanted to do. I mean, I can remember writing papers in grammar school. What do you want to be? You know, and everybody laughed at me. You know, baseball players in those days made nothing, but that's what I wanted to do. The first night I was there, I'm sitting there just awed, just watching the game, and you know, I'm a spectator. And the manager says, "You go up and pinch hit." And I thought, oh man, I said, what am I going to do? So I said, well, just do what you always do. So I went up, and the first pitch they threw me, I hit for a base hit, and that's probably the biggest thrill I've ever had. That and being brought to the big leagues. Well, then the next year, I was the starting center fielder in Chicago, and from there I just went through 8 more years and played with 6 different teams. Well, I said, well, God, that's really nice, and it's really a privilege to be in one of the first few classes that you're inducted at that time. And I fortunately have made it into a couple others, and I don't think any of them mean any more to me than this one does.